it's like my memories are like if you go down a hallway and there's all these doors everywhere and they're all locked. And like I'm just trying to like find the key to unlock them and put them all back together because things just don't super make sense. Like it has gotten significantly better. I've been doing speech therapy at the hospital to help with my reading and writing. Um, and so that's improved. It's a slower process than I want, but that's okay. um, with the with the with the making all these like connections, like even when my dad and sister showed up, because my mom stayed with me every night at the hospital, but my dad and sister went home because my sister and I have a little house together, and our parents have a house together, but they're only like 10 minutes away from us, and so we're a tight family. And Valerie's like my best friend, love her, and so they would each go to their houses, and then they would each come back here, and so I guess they were in charge of taking care of the cats and everything. And just taking care of everything else. But they would come back, and one morning they brought me a penguin and a moose, like after surgery, and I had no idea what they were. I was just like, thanks for. I didn't know what they were, and they would tell me that they were a penguin and a moose. And like I would just instantly forget, and then they would try to get me to remember, and it would take like 30 minutes, and I would eventually get to like penguin, and then I would get there and then instantly forget again, and like get there instantly forget again, and like especially penguin has become like a big thing in our house. Like we're talking about, oh yeah, what's this, Jenny? What's this? Like we were doing flashcards for different things. We've like done like reading flashcards and picture flashcards to like reconnect what things are. Um, yeah, we had to figure out so many things because it definitely all feels like it's been jumbled up. It's gotten better. It helps that my family is so supportive and is constantly like questioning me, and like if I say something wrong, like my sister will be like, nope, nope, until I get to the right one. She's more relaxed with me like the later in the evening because I get tired, and she's like, "No, Jenny, you meant this." And I'm like, "Thank you." She reads the situation really well, which I appreciate. But she also like encourages me and like pushes me to do better, which I want that. Like I want that so much. When I came out of surgery, I thought everything was going to go back to normal, and I was in denial that 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 I was I I was in denial at all that things were different. Like I went back to work just a few weeks afterwards, um, but I was working at a little law office, but I was working as a receptionist, and um, and at that point, like they all knew what I had gone through, and so I was not doing a lot of work. Like a lot of them were like really helping me through it, and the law office was disbanding. They were going to, they weren't because they weren't a law firm. Like they didn't all work together. It was just separate lawyers that were in the offices, and the only thing they shared was a building and me. And like, so I just like answered their phone calls. Oh, yes. Oh, you want to speak to who? Okay, well, I'll transfer you. Oh, okay. Well, they're not available right now, but I can take a message for you. Oh, yay. But I would take these messages that made no sense at all. Just none. And I had no idea they made no sense. But they had known me because I had been there for like almost, it was 2.5 years at that point. And so and they knew what I was going through. They had known since the very beginning because they knew I had to have um, my hospital day off every 4 weeks, and it was always on a Thursday. So they always knew I had to have that off. So they were very aware, and but they were disbanding, and so they didn't need me anymore. And so I found another job because I needed to have insurance. and I found a job at a hotel, and I I got a job as a front desk at front desk, and I fully believed I could do this job. I had no idea. Like at the law office, I knew that I was struggling, but there was two ladies in there who were really helping me like a ton, and like all the lawyers were knew what was going on. They were all getting ready to move to the new place, and so they were kind of I just was less needed than ever before, and they were super forgiving of the fact that like I had just had surgery and stuff. And so I didn't understand how much I had really lost with the reading and writing and understanding. I knew my things weren't making that much sense, but when I moved to the hotel in the front desk, I realized I wasn't making any sense at all. And like they were telling me, because I was having word salad, and I also have that with letters. So you tell me a letter, I'm just clicking a thing, you know? Just I'm clicking a I'm I, I thought it was the right one, but it's just a letter. And there's what 26 letters? Yeah, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. So like it doesn't mean I'm going to click the right one. And I was having them spell out like even simple names like Smith and then spelling them wrong because I didn't know which one was an S or an M. And so after like a week of working there, I realized I was like, there's no way I can do this job. I went up to my boss of just a week and said, I'm so sorry. When I accepted this position, I 100% thought I was capable of doing this, but I'm not able to do this. And I hadn't told her about my surgery or I hadn't told her about surgery or anything like that. I didn't think it was necessary, like, because I didn't understand how much I was struggling. But I just divulged it, just laid it out, and I told her what was going on.